What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Just back getting another video. There's your one-stop shop for anime and manga. Let's get into it. Yeah, I want to start off by saying thank you everyone for subscribing. If you're new here, you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so don't post another video, follow me on Twitter, links can be in the description. What's up, y'all? So it's been a little bit since I did one of these videos, and it's basically because I haven't been reading nothing too different from the probably last time I did a reading log video. Now I think I've read enough different things where it is warranting its own video. So let's get started. Let's show you what I've been reading recently. Here's my manga reading log. The first thing I've been reading is Mission Yozakura Family, and I gotta say I absolutely really enjoy this series. It was recommended to me by one of my friends. He's the one that he put me on to Twin Star Exorcist. He put me on to Solo Leveling. He put me on to Attack on Titan back in the day, and I gotta say, like, it really is a good series. Me and him, we do kind of have like similar series. So if he likes something and he tries to put me on, more than likely like an 80%, 90% chance I'm gonna like it. So I'm so excited that this one is just like that. So for those of you who don't know, Yozakura Family is about this kid. He's an orphan kid and he has his childhood friend. They're very, very, very close. And it turns out that the girl that he's friends with, she is a member of this insane spy family, like the best spy family there is in the world. And her older brother, who is a little bit of a creep, he has a little bit of a weird obsession with his sister, is one of those tropes, but nothing too crazy like you've been seeing like on some what is it, No Game No Life, nothing like that. But he does have a little bit of an obsession. Like, he just wants her to be protected. He doesn't want her to be with anyone. He just wants her to stay by herself. You know, he goes ahead and he kills anyone that comes around her. He's never gone around to messing with her, the main character, because he doesn't see him as a threat. Now they're starting to get a lot closer, so he does see him as a threat, and he goes to try and kill him. And obviously the only way to avoid that is the two main characters, they have to get married. So the two childhood friends, they get married, and now the guy in the series, he has to essentially become one with the family. He has to learn how to become a very own spy, because not only is it just marrying into family enough, he has to actually win over the entire family. And it's insane because he's just a normal kid. I think they're in high school. So this series, like, it's a nice action rom-com, I guess you could say, because it really, like, the action with it is insane. Like, he's an insane spy. He's learning all these different techniques. My favorite thing was that the entire house was basically an entire like training facility for him, and that's what the regular family, that's what they go through all the time. And he had to try and maneuver. He couldn't even open up the fridge or go to the bathroom while having to decipher some insane code or dodge bullets and dodge, you know, poison needles and things like that. So it's an insane like action rom-com, I guess you could say, because he really does care about the girl. They really do care about each other. They do really like each other, and he's just trying to essentially become and live up to what he's supposed to be, because the girl, she's actually the head of the entire spy family household. So because of that, everyone looks down on him because he's like a commoner, I guess you could say. So he wants to prove himself by becoming like one of the world's best spies. Another thing that I've been reading is a series that I've actually never read before, and that's Parasite. So obviously I know I collected the entire full color editions for Parasite, and I just finished reading them, and I gotta say, I've only ever watched the anime for Parasite, and this, it hits so much. I mean, this is one of my favorite, like, I guess you could say horror mangas or horror series. It's really that good. I remember enjoying the anime, but when I read the manga, because it's been so long, I completely forgot the story. I fell in love with the series again. It's really, really good. I highly recommend the Parasite to just basically anyone that wants to like probably get into horror or just curious about this series in general. I don't know if I recommend the full color editions. They were beautiful. I mean, the color panels like actually really like help with the story along. I do really recommend it if you can afford it. They are very pricey. They're what I think is, let me see, $20 a volume. That can be a little steep when you could get just the regular singles for much cheaper. I think they're going to reprint the black and white edition too. So they're getting a reprint. So you could definitely find Parasite. It's definitely an accessible series. But I gotta say, Parasite is so good. So basically, if you don't know, the main character, Shinichi, he is just a regular high school student, and then aliens basically come down from space and they attach themselves to humans through the head, and they take over the entire human body. But in Shinichi's case, his specific alien named Miggy, he missed. He actually got into his hand. So now basically they're trying to coexist with each other. Now this would be easy, but the problem is that parasites, they live and feed on human beings. So Shinichi, the main character, not wanting no one obviously to die by his own hand, or he doesn't want people to die in general. He's essentially trying to like stop the parasites from killing random people because they're just going on a killing spree. And obviously, Migi being a parasite, because he was able to go into his hand, he doesn't have to really feed on human beings itself. He was able to basically feed on whatever Shinichi eats. And so it's really just them two kind of like buddy cop living with, like, just trying to coexist with each other and stop all the other parasites from killing everyone in the world. And that's really the gist of the series. It's a very nice, just like chill beginner. I want to call it like a beginner horror series because it doesn't have insane like horror elements, but it does have some nice shock and awe values. I really did enjoy it. I highly recommend this one. I did finish reading it, so I will say the ending I didn't personally like that much. I don't know. I think for me, I would have ended it a little bit differently, but I just don't like manga or anime endings in general. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I think it definitely should end a little bit differently. I'm not going to spoil it. Definitely check it out if you want to know how it ended. After that, I've been reading a pretty popular series because it's finally getting printed in English, and that's The Climber. So I have not picked up The Climber. I've been reading it digitally because I wanted to check it out first. I will most likely pick up the physicals. I don't know if I'm going to pick them up right away, or I might just wait a little bit, maybe wait until the series is finally like done before I collect it. Who knows? I don't know how I'm feeling about that one yet. But I gotta say, I really am enjoying The Climber. I did try the other series by this creator as well, Innocent, about basically an executioner in I think it's like medieval France, around there. I didn't like that one too much. It wasn't really my cup of tea. But The Climber really is good. I see why everyone just wanted this one to get printed in English. It's an amazing series. So a lot of just crazy stuff happens. It's hard to describe The Climber. Basically, you have the main character. He goes up and he's just a complete loner. He doesn't want to have friends. He's very like socially awkward. He doesn't really know how to connect with people. And he ends up learning how to basically essentially climb mountains because there's this bully in his school and he's on the climbing team. Then you have the sensei who's also like the captain of the climbing team. They like start talking to him and whatnot, and the bully was actually bullying him at first, and then he said, "Listen, I'll stop bullying you if you can climb up to the top of the school." And the main character did it, and when he started climbing, this was the first time he ever climbed anything. He had an insane rush. And from there, it just awakened his passion, and he just wants to start climbing different mountains. Now, the problem is that rock climbing, mountain climbing, in general, you need a team. You have to have someone to, hold the rope for you. You have to be able to climb with other people, communicate with other people. But the main character, he really does not like people. He's very socially awkward. Like I said, he only wants to just climb alone. He basically just wants to what's called free climbing. He wants to do that, climb by himself, and that's the very dangerous aspect of it because anything can happen. Those people who just climb by themselves with no one watching over them, they die the most. So it's basically a story of him wanting to become like just a rock climber in general, a mountain climber in general, and you see just his passion and what goes on through it. Think of it similar to Initial D, where the main character had no idea, Initial D, he had no idea what street racing was, and he just ended up growing to love street racing, similar to The Climber. He had no idea what rock climbing was even a thing, but now that he started rock climbing, he actually has an innate talent to actually go and look at the different paths, and he can see which is the correct path. And he just has this resilience about him because he eventually switches over to ice climbing, and that's another can of worms by itself. And he's trying to do everything solo because he just wants to basically feel that rush that he did that very first time that he climbed the school. I haven't finished The Climber yet. I'm still currently reading it. I think I'm about halfway done, I think. But I definitely can't wait to just probably pick this up physically. I'm still deciding when I should pick it up. If I should just get it right away or if I should just wait. But definitely, I highly recommend checking out The Climber. It's as good as everyone says. The next thing I've been reading was The Horizon by J.H. And I gotta say, this one is just an amazing piece of work. I really do enjoy this one. I did read this a few years ago. I read it digitally. It's been a while, so I kind of forgot the plot of it. So I basically wanted to go ahead and read the physicals since I do have them all. And it's just as good as I remember. Basically, you have these two kids, and it's essentially like a post-apocalyptic, right after a war. And these two kids, they just walk. They're just trying to reach civilization, trying to see what's going on. And this one has a lot of just very hard and deep aspects to it. I mean, what I really do enjoy about this series in particular is that there really is no dialogue. Everything is basically based on the manga panels, which are drawn beautifully. But then the thing is, when the characters actually do speak, what they say really holds weight, and you know it's really important because no one really speaks in this series specifically. So the few times that the kids actually say something is really, really meaningful, is really impactful. And this series is really gonna tug on the heartstrings of a lot of people because a lot of messed up stuff happens to these kids. Unfortunately, it's really just them living in an adult world. Right after like a crazy battle, basically crazy war, post-apocalyptic thing, and they just trying to live their life. They're just trying to survive. So I forgot which one it was. I think it was the boy character. He said his mom once told him that if he just keeps walking straight on the road, he'll eventually hit like a city. And that's exactly what he's trying to do with this girl. They're just trying to survive. They're, scrounging for water, scrounging for scraps. They cannot really do anything because there's nothing around them. They can't trust no one because everyone just wants to take advantage of them. And it's just a beautiful, just well-drawn series. I highly recommend this one. Definitely check this one out. I'm so glad that I reread this series because, just the emotional just aspect of it is insane. This really almost caught me crying a couple of times. I really did enjoy this series. So that's my reading log. Those are the newer things I've been reading recently. Obviously, besides my weekly manga series, because I'm always reading. So I'm reading One Piece, Black Clover when it comes out every damn quarter. I'm reading Shinobi Undercover. I'm reading, what did I say One Piece? I think I said One Piece already. But yeah, I'm reading all that stuff. That's basically on the Shonen Jump app. I read those weekly, so I don't really count those in like my reading log because I'm reading those essentially every week. My reading logs are more for like the newer things that I'm reading, probably newer series I haven't checked, that I haven't talked about yet. So I just want to put you on because maybe I put you onto a series that you probably haven't heard about, or maybe you did hear about it and you didn't know if you want to try it or not. All the series that I mentioned today, I highly do recommend. They really are good. So definitely check these out. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, and the bell so you don't post another video. Follow me on Twitter. Links will be in the description. This is your boy Just. I'm off this.